Good morning. My name is Mark Wilhelm. I'm a graduate of the School of Hard Knocks. I'm also a father of 2 boys in Avicenna. I'm here to talk today about a real pet topic to me, which is communication. But I'm feeling a little set up here because Amin never said there were going to be this number of people and this number of amazing talks. So please go easy on me. So, communication. The first part is connection. Communicating, we're connecting with people. Now, would it be nice if we could take a cable and plug it into the ear of someone, and then everything could be done? We'd know exactly what they wanted, what we wanted, and so on and so forth. We can't do that, at least not until we get Windows 50. So we have to use other means to do that. It's actually easier to communicate with and to work with technical devices like phones, computers, and so on than it is to work with human beings. Because with human beings, you have a lot of other bits and pieces involved. Their perceptions, their cultures, right? If you are talking to someone who comes from the same background as you, you may be able to connect with them very easily. But on the other hand, if he comes from a different part of the world or a different culture, it may be difficult. Animals, they are fantastic. They know exactly how to connect. When a dog comes up to you, wagging his tail and smiling, you know he's happy with you. If he's growling at you, don't go near him. A lion comes out of the bush, you're there. You know exactly what the lion is saying. Oh, hi, beautiful. Nice to see you. What are you doing out here all on your own without a gun? And then the next one is, I think you look really tasty, ravishing. Why don't we go back to my place for a bite to eat? However, there are a few tips I've found along the way that make it a little bit easier to communicate with other humans. So, the first and most important part is to listen and speak with empathy. Empathy is about speaking from your heart. It's basically putting yourself in the other person's shoes. Not physically. I have size 48 feet. I doubt very many of you will be able to fit in my shoes, and I couldn't fit into my wife's shoes. But with a bit of effort, you can start to understand what the person is trying to communicate to you. And you can use that same knowledge to communicate back, to speak back to them. So the first point is to listen and speak with empathy. I have a great story on this, which happened with my sister many years ago. Now, I have 2 sisters, sister 1 and sister 2. They're both younger than me. Sister 1 she's the strong one, the one who was always on your case. Always, and I felt she hated me. She was always basically correcting me, telling me, you've done it wrong, you've this, and so on. And I was really intimidated. And for a long period of time, 20-odd years, I carried this big notion in the back that my sister hated me. She didn't approve of me. And then one day, I drove from her house to London. Before leaving, she said to me, make sure you leave at 9 o'clock because I'm going to work the next day and I don't want to be up late waiting for you. So, okay, went off, had a great time with my friends, came out, got into the car, looked at the clock, and it was, oh my God, you know, that was before we had the OMG and those little icons. I'm sure someone was going by watching, and he decided to put it in. It was 10:30. I didn't know what to do. Picked my phone, 10 missed calls. Sister 1. Okay, easiest way, let me not call now. I'll start moving, get somewhere along the expressway. In England, they're called motorways. In Nigeria, they're called expressways. In America, they're freeways. So then I pulled in, had a coffee, and called her. And the conversation basically went like this. She said, "Hi, Mark. How are you?" She said, "Yeah, you're on your way back?" I said, "Yes." "Okay, where are you?" He said, "Well, I'm in this rest stop." "Okay, then you're 1 hour, 25 minutes away." "Yes." "Okay. All right, see you soon." And then I put the phone down, and boom! It's like a light went off in my head. I suddenly realized that all this time, all this grief she'd been giving me was not about disapproving of what I was doing. It wasn't about me doing things wrong. It was about the fact that she cared about me and she wanted the best for me. She was worried about me. And so I drove back, and when I came in, she was there, tapping her foot as well. But when I spoke with her this time, it was different. Whereas before, it would have been with anger, would have been with frustration, would have been with, "Why are you on my case?" This time, I saw through it all and realized that she cared for me, so I could speak to her in that way. I've used this skill since then with my clients, with in my professional field, showing the two sides to people. My clients call me the doctor because I'm able to see both sides. So listening, speaking with empathy is our first point. The next one is timing. Time is crucial. You can have all the empathy in the world, but if the timing is wrong, it doesn't work. So for example, when I want to have a conversation with my son, he comes straight from school, and I want to have an emphatic conversation with him. It goes like this. "Hello, son, how was school?" "Mm-hmm." "Hi, son, how was school?" "Mm-hmm." Try again. "Son, could you tell me how was school?" "Daddy," puts the phone down, "I told you it was okay." Why? Because he's hungry. It's not a good time. However, if I was saying, "Hi, son, school was nice. Would you like some pizza?" it would be a different story. So timing is important. Okay? It's a very key point. You've got an important thing to put across. If your timing doesn't, if the other person's timing doesn't align with yours, then you're not getting anywhere. So try to be sensitive to the other person's time. Next one. Honesty and genuineness. This is a tricky one because on the whole, we try to be as honest and as genuine as possible. But there's a caveat. A caveat's an interesting word. It's one of those words that I think they did when they needed more words for the dictionary. So they found a word for it and said, "We need something more in C. Let's put one in." Caveat. Okay. Caveat means a warning. Be honest as much as possible. Be genuine as much as possible. However, certain times, honesty can get you into a very sticky place. For example, if your wife, mother, sister, daughter, wife, auntie have gone to the hairdressing salon and have spent 4 hours doing their hair, and it's not quite the way it's supposed to be, that's not a good time to be honest and say, "Ha ha ha, your hair looks like a bird's nest." It will not be appreciated. So honesty then should be used a bit sparingly. The last one, I stole this from Daniel. Be nice. Be nice. It's much easier to work with someone who's nice. It's much easier to communicate with someone who's nice. Who would you rather have as your teacher? A nice teacher, or one who looks like he swallowed a lemon all the time and is angry? Be nice. I make it a personal duty to try and make a smile on every day on someone's face, from a small cleaner all the way up to a big person. I try to find a way to make a small joke, compliment them on their clothes, make them feel happy, remember something about their child or their brother or whatever, so they're happy. They feel that connection. So, there is a caveat on being nice. Could you go back? Remember we said caveat, there's a warning. There are certain times when it's difficult to be nice. For example, if someone has just taken your last biscuit without letting you know, and you go to the biscuit tin and you look for it, expecting it to be there, and it's not there, that's a time when, yes, you can be allowed to not be nice for a brief period of time. But I found that by meditating and breathing and taking it easy, you can get over that frustration. So, in conclusion, let's be nice. Let's use honesty with our caveats. So be honest and genuine with the caveats. Let's watch our timing. Let's listen and speak with empathy. And hopefully with that, we'll be able to connect with others much better and more efficiently. So now we know more about how to do things and how to communicate better, so we can say no more to bad communication. Thank you.